Hello students. In the last class, we had discussed few of revision questions. Today in our biology session, also we are going to discuss few other revision questions along with few differences. So for that first question we are going to discuss is, what are the three main steps involved in the process of urination? Explain. So you know that urine formation in our body is mainly carried out in three phases: ultrafiltration, reabsorption and tubular secretion. So first step is ultrafiltration. So in each step I have made few points. You can write it down in your copy. So first is ultrafiltration. In that first point, blood is filtered in the glomerulus under high pressure, a process called ultrafiltration. Blood cells and proteins are all too large to cross the filtration barrier. Then blood is filtered to form a liquid called glomerular filtrate, and the glomerular filtrate passes into the Bowman's capsule. Then the filtrate mainly contains water, glucose, amino acids, salts and urea. Next phase is selective reabsorption. During ultrafiltration, important components of the blood are filtered out and they need to be reabsorbed into the body. So the useful substances from the glomerular filtrate like water, salts, glucose and amino acids are reabsorbed back into the blood by the cells of tubules. And last step is tubular secretion. Large number of chemicals like drugs and toxins are secreted into the forming urine in distal convoluted tubule regions. This process also involves the activity of the cells of tubular wall. Now finally the urine passes into the collecting duct to the renal pelvis and then through the ureter to urinary bladder. At last, urine is expelled from the urinary bladder through urethra, known as urination or micturition. So these are the four steps of the urine formation. And when you are going to write the answer, you have to make this type of points. Next question is, describe in brief the accessory excretory organs. So four accessory excretory organs are there: lungs, liver, skin and large intestine. Here also I have made few points for each of the organ. So first is lungs. So carbon dioxide is a metabolic waste product formed due to respiration, which is carried by the blood to the lungs. During expiration, you know that during the expiration process, lungs actually eliminate the carbon dioxide. So during expiration, lungs help to eliminate the entire volume of carbon dioxide produced in the body, as well as some water vapors also. So the lungs maintain the blood gas homeostasis through elimination of carbon dioxide. Blood gas homeostasis already I have discussed in the previous videos. You can follow that. Next is liver. The liver is involved in the protein and amino acid metabolism. Breakdown of protein molecules result in the formation of highly toxic ammonia. Ammonia is detoxified by converting it into less toxic urea by urea cycle. Urea cycle also I have discussed in the video. Our body cannot tolerate high concentration of urea and thus it is excreted in the urine. Liver also helps in the removal of bile pigments, that are bilirubin and biliverdin, formed from dead RBCs. Detoxification of drugs, alcohol, toxins and poisonous substances also takes place in the liver, and the kidneys excrete this in the urine. The liver also helps in the removal of inactive steroid hormones and cholesterol. So these are the functions of liver as excretory organ. Next is skin. Human skin has two kinds of glands that perform the function of excretion, secreting two fluids on its surface, namely sweat from the sweat glands and sebum from sebaceous gland. Sweat helps in excreting mainly water and sodium chloride and a small amount of urea and lactic acid. Sebum helps to excrete some lipids such as waxes, sterols, other hydrocarbons and fatty acids on the skin. At last, large intestine. The liver is necessary for the removal of bile pigments, some drugs, excess vitamins, steroid hormones that already we have discussed. These are secreted along with bile, and these bile byproducts are finally entered to the intestine and removed from the body through feces or stools. The large intestine therefore plays a role in excretion. Next question. Explain some common disorders of kidneys in human. First disease is glycosuria. Glycosuria is the disease in which glucose is excreted in the urine. Normally, urine contains no glucose because the kidneys are able to reabsorb all of the filtered glucose from the tubular fluid back into the bloodstream. When there is too much glucose in the blood, that is in the case of diabetes, the kidneys may not be able to reabsorb it all. Then the body excretes the glucose through urine. So this is known as glycosuria. Next disease is hematuria. In this disease, blood or blood cells are passed along with the urine. It is caused by urinary tract infections, kidney stones, cancer, kidney injury, etc. Next disease is kidney stones. Kidney stones are hard deposits made of minerals and salts that form inside kidneys when the urine becomes concentrated, allowing the minerals to crystallize and stick together. Diet, excess body weight, some medical conditions, and certain supplements and medications are among the many causes of kidney stones. Kidney stones can be formed in the kidney, urinary bladder, ureter, and urethra, any of the urinary system part. They can be painful when passing through the urinary tract, but usually don't cause any permanent damage. Next disorder related to the urinary system is uremia. Uremia is the condition of having high levels of urea in the blood. Uremia is caused by extreme damage to kidneys. The kidneys are no longer able to filter the waste from the body and send it out through urine. Instead, that waste products gets into bloodstream, causing a potentially life-threatening condition. Next, we are going to discuss few differences. First difference is in between excretion and excretory organs. Excretion is the removal of metabolic waste products, mainly nitrogenous waste products from the body. Excretory organs are the organs that help to remove the metabolic waste products from the body. Next difference is in between filtration and reabsorption. Filtration is the process of removal of waste products from the blood. Reabsorption is the process of taking back some useful substances present in the filtrate back to the blood. Renal corpuscle is involved in this process. Renal tubules are involved in the reabsorption process. Next difference is in between ureter and urethra. Ureters are long tubes extend from kidneys. Urethra is a small tube extend from urinary bladder. Ureter carries urine from kidneys to urinary bladder. Urethra serves as a passageway of urine in female and for urine as well as semen in males. Now the difference is in between male urethra and female urethra. Male urethra is 18 to 20 cm long, extends through penis to outside. Female urethra is 3 to 4 cm long, opens directly to outside. Male urethra serves as passageway of urine as well as semen in males. Female urethra serves as passageway of urine only. So these are the questions of this chapter excretory system, important questions. Try to write in your copy. Always try to write all the answers in point, like that I have written here. In our next class, we will discuss all the short exercises of this chapter. Till then, bye and have a nice day.